to Nairobi, now at 2,500, where they used to be 1,250. So it looks like it's a thing. We continue with Kevin as we have this conversation. One of the things that we heard as one of our colleagues, Ian, was on Thika Road, is that there seem to be some bodabodas who want to work, but they're being held back from transporting folks. Is that the situation across board?
Yeah, well, we have some Matatu people who are trying to tell our people not to ferry their passengers. But what we are urging is that less balance, because you don't know why that rider is on the road, because he also doesn't want to go and be on the road because the fuel is expensive. But there must be something that is pushing him to be there. Maybe he need to pay his loan. You know, for us as Bodaboda, all our motorbikes, 90% are on loan. So, and at the end of the day, you need to pay for that loan.
Right.
And if you don't pay within, maybe after 2 days, if you are not paying, they will come for you. So what they are trying to do is just to see how they can balance. I know we can also continue having negotiation as the country moves. Yeah, we should not put the country at a standstill and at the same time waiting for negotiations. But what I want to urge the government is that let the CSS responsible for this issue call the officials of Matatu, officials of Bodaboda. Let's sit down and have a discussion and reach the conclusion of this matter, because the country cannot be like this.
This problem comes from the fact that fuel prices are the highest they've ever been in the country. And the operators, to a large extent, feel as though this is too much, because they will have to send the price to the end user. End user says this is too expensive for us, because we do have some of these numbers this morning where people were paying 30 shillings and now being asked to pay 100. Some people are being asked to pay as high as 200 for what was previously a 70 shilling fare. Do you think that there is sense in what the end user is saying here, that it is too expensive? Yeah,
there is sense, because if you are paying, you know, people calculate their monthly expenditure. So if you had calculated your expense at 30 shillings, then someone is telling you to pay 150, it will inconvenience you. So it is trickling down to the smallest person in the country, and we think we just need a quick solution to this issue, so that the normal mwananchi can also benefit, the transporters can benefit, and the country can also benefit.
Do you think the country, the president, the administration, the government can reduce the price of fuel today?
No, I think there is a challenge, and I remember in the morning I was with the CS Mbadi, and he was trying to explain on the reasons to why the diesel, especially why it is that expensive. He says a barrel was going to around $600, but right now it has doubled to almost $1,000 per barrel, more than $1,000 per barrel. So you see, because of the war that was there, and once it doubles, it means that that price from the source must be transported or to the end user. So, and that's where now the government is fighting challenges. But he said they are going to discuss and see what they can do, and that's why we are hoping that they find a solution as fast as possible. Even today, by the close of business day, let us have a concrete solution that can save our people.
Do you think that the fuel that is currently on sale in the country is actually the fuel that was affected by higher prices concerning the movement of, goods for the Strait of Hormuz? Is the fuel in the country being sold? Has the new price been applied to that, or was it fuel that was in the country previously? Do we know this?
I think it is a new fuel, because in the Strait of Hormuz the wars have been there for almost more than 2 months, and our expenditure of fuel once the import comes in, it takes like 1.5 months to complete because we are a large economy. The motorcycle we are about 2.5 million, and 2.5 million we spend almost 2 liters per day. So that is almost 5 million liters per day that we spend. We have not added the Kenyan other road users who we spend a lot of fuel. So it might be a new consignment that came in, and that's why it came with the new prices. But we pray and hope that we get the subsidies that were there, that the CS explains. I think it's also a matter of talking to Kenyans. Before you do something, you need to update the Kenyans and tell them, my friends, there's this that is happening, and it might happen like this, rather than just coming out and pushing the prices the way IPRA behaves. I think it is their mandate to educate and enlighten Kenyans that because of this, we are doing this. You don't just wake up in the morning and say, this is what is happening, or this is what you should follow. I think they need to up their game, and communication is very important. And knowledge is power. Once Kenyans understand what is happening, they'll work with you and support you. But if you just wake up and give them, you have to eat this, today you are not going to eat this, it becomes a challenge, and that's why you see so many Kenyans are coming up in arms and trying to ask why. You know, the other guy asked, he has never seen diesel becoming more expensive than petrol since he was born. And here, I'm telling you, the Waziri had just said that the price of diesel has doubled from the source. So you see, those are things that they don't understand, and it is the duty of the government of the day to explain to Kenyans on why it is happening like that and how they can caution us from this.
Of course, I'm sure there'll be a lot more conversation around this in the coming days, especially depending on what happens by the end of today. Thank you for sharing insights with us this afternoon. Kevin Mubadi is the chair of the Bodaboda Association, and we thank you for being here on KTN News Desk. All right, thank you very much. We'll take a break here on KTN News Desk. We'll come back with insights from Kitengela and what's